Hey, Blue Rockers, how are you? Connie Willis here on Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. Actually, cryptoconnie today, because we're going to go into the crypto world of Jonathon Baha'i. Remember him? He's been on Blue Rock Talk here 3 different times, part 1, 2, and 3. Also, had him on Coast to Coast recently as well. We only had 30 minutes on the air, and he realized how fast that went by. He told us all about his bunker. He didn't get into his gaming as much as we wanted him to. But we learned a lot about the bunker. So you guys said, hey, what's about this bunker? Tell us a little bit more. So we're going to get a nice tour from Jonathon in just a few seconds. Just a quick reminder, thank everybody, by the way, for being with us last night with Stan Larimer and John Gotts of Bitcoin Latina. That was a lot of fun last night on CryptoConnie. Crazy night, a lot of passion was shown, and if you want to see it, it is archived, and you can see it again here on Blue Rock Talk. Please pass it on, too. Tomorrow night, Fire in the Sky with Travis Walton, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Going to be a great show. Friday night, Bigfoot Friday, that's going to be Parker Duvall and Samantha Ellen Ritchie together. Going to look at their pictures and video. That's going to be interesting. And then I'll be back on Coast to Coast March 24th. Now, a new thing that we're doing is called Stan's Bible Lecture. Yep, Stan Larimer, his number one thing is teaching at a college level Bible school. So it's called Stan's Bible Lecture, and we started at 10 a.m. last week. What we're going to do is we're going to do it at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern. That way everybody on the West Coast as well can see it. And we don't have a lot of distractions that way. It's going to sit down and be one-on-one with everybody. Then you can ask questions too. So part 2 is going to be at 1 p.m. this Sunday. So we've got somebody sitting there waiting for us, Jonathon Baha'i. He's in the middle of his work day, and he is going to take some time off to show us the tour. While you're here, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But let's go ahead and bring in Jonathon. Hey, Jonathon, thanks so much for being with us. Welcome once again to Blue Rock Talk.
Hey, thanks, Connie. It's great to be here.
Yeah, how'd you like being on Coast to Coast?
Oh, it's fantastic.
It went by fast, though, didn't it? That was so funny.
It went really fast, yeah.
He pretty much had about 20 minutes, and he texted me later and said, man, I didn't realize how fast 20 minutes would go, or something like that. And you talked all about the bunker. I really wanted to get more into the betting, but just real quick before you start the bunker, how is everything going with Bookie? And any of the
fantastic.
Others? Yeah?
Yeah, development of Bookie is going fantastic. Everything's on track. Where developers are working hard every day on it, making sure that it's operating the way it should. So it's, we're very excited and eager to get it out very soon.
And so are we. Now, I know that if you get PPY, that it needs to be in your wallet before you can be considered. It's like a share at that point, correct? You get in, you're part of the company at that point. Is that correct? Something like that?
Yeah. PeerPlays works as a decentralized autonomous cooperative. So everybody who participates as part of the cooperative is able to share in the profits, just like a cooperative works. So whatever revenues are running through the blockchain become redistributed to everybody who's a holder of PPY tokens. And that all happens in the blockchain.
Okay. And by the way, going from BitShares wallet to PeerPlays wallet is very easy. Thank you for sending me the directions on that. It was very easy at that point. I thought it was harder than it was because I had no clue. But it's easier than I thought, so thank you very much for that. That helps out. That'll help you out too. All right, so the tour. I'm going to throw it over to Jonathon, everybody. So please hit the like button, subscribe if you've never, if you've not been subscribed yet. But let's watch Jonathon Baha'i here. And all by himself, he's going to have the camera take it away. The bunker in Nova Scotia.
Hey, everybody. So I'm standing at the front entrance of the bunker, as Connie just told you about. It is a 64,000 square foot nuclear bunker. It's massive. It was built back in the 1960s by the Canadian government for the continuation of the Canadian government in the event that the Cold War back then went the wrong way, and they wanted to make sure all the senators and all the government people would survive. Never mind the rest of the Canadians. So, anyways, John Diefenbaker was the prime minister at that time, and he was the one that commissioned these bunkers to be built across the country. 6 of them were built as regional operational centers, ROCs, and this is the one for the Atlantic region. And it's the only one left. All the rest have been destroyed in some way, and we're the only ones that are actually operational. So that's why these are called Diefenbunkers, because they were commissioned by John Diefenbaker back in the day. So I'm at the front entrance right now. I'm not going to take you through, but that's the man trap, and that's where you would have gone through decontamination before you actually are able to get into the bunker.
Wow,
and,
really?
Yeah, you'd have to.
Oh, that's freaky. So, I guess so, right? Wow. That's pretty scary when you think about it, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, the way that it's designed essentially is there's a labyrinth so that no radiation can come in. There will be radiation doors at the front. Once you come in, you go through a series of showers that are just over here, and then you'll be able to come in. And then once you come in here, there's a couple of interesting things in this area. I'm just in the main foyer right now.
Okay. I'm
just going to let you guys pan out and let you guys see what it looks like around here.
Are those showers still workable, Jonathan?
We don't use them right now, but we do have plans to get them working.
Excellent.
All our facilities are working here as far as the way this place operates. That's a standard fallout symbol that you would have seen back in the day if you wanted to be able to find where a fallout shelter was located. So in this section, each bunker had a vault built into it, and the vault was meant for being able to store precious documents and, of course, currency so that the government would have something to spend after everything got nuked. So I'm actually coming over to the vault door right here and just opening it up here. It's a 600 square foot vault. There's a lot of echo in here because it's all concrete. And there's a couple of old items in here as well. I'll just show you that. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
No, what is that?
That is an ancient hole puncher.
Oh my gosh.
That's massive.
That is massive for a little hole.
Yeah, because back then everything was in paper, right? And they had huge documents, so they had to have these massive hole punchers for everything.
Right,
This, standing in here, this is where main admin was, while this place was operational, they had admin located in here, and it would keep the keys to the whole place. And in order for you to get access, you'd have to come in here, get authorization, get a key for a certain area, and then you'd be able to go to that area only. And if you deviated, you'd be kicked out. You'd never be able to come back to the bunker. So
you won't do that.
Today I get to run freely though.
Excellent.
So I'm going to take you over here. Just going to show you a little prop that we have here. So it's like a red light, green light. And this is from the movie that was shot here in 2013. It was called Bunker 6. And it was a feature movie. And essentially it takes place, the whole movie was shot here in the bunker. It basically was the idea that the Cold War actually happened and people ran in here to get safety. But then 10 years later, they're still trapped in here. And what do you do after that sort of thing? Like what is life after 10 years living in a bunker, right?
Oh, that's good. Now, did you own this at that point when they were there shooting?
It was right when I took possession of this place.
Oh, okay.
So it was literally months after. So I got to have a cameo appearance in it.
Oh, awesome.
5 seconds. But I'm in there.
I love it. You know what, though? Sometimes when you might need to crowdfund or do something to raise money, if you ever did in the future, you could just use that again as a location and rent it out again. That's always nice to know.
We are listed on Nova Scotia Film's website as a filming location.
Love it.
So it's a possibility. And we've been approached by a couple of different productions about the possibility of doing something here as well.
Excellent. Wow.
So,
look at that.
Yeah, so this is the control center. This is where all the operations for the bunker happen. This is the heart of it all. We have our radiation sensor array here, our CO2 sensor array, and then here is all the controls for the power and all the readouts. And so right now, I'll see if I can zoom in and let you see. Is that it? Yeah, there you go. So you can see right now we're using about 50 kilowatts of total power. and everything else is working.
So I guess the blockchain is not like hooked up to that then?
Well, everything's running. The blockchain that's running uses this. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Because I always hear it needs so much electricity. Is that miners and not blockchain?
Oh no. So there's no mining that's requiring all that power. That's just the power required to run this bunker.
Okay.
It takes a lot of power. So right here we have our water. So all the water that's required for the bunker is connected to 3 wells. So the 3 wells provide limitless water to this facility. When they chose to build this area, they were really smart in deciding because there's a giant aquifer right underneath where we're located. So that supplies all the water that we require. Outside we have a big mound that's in the front, and it's actually a giant 34,000 gallon water tank.
Wow.
So we keep all our water in there from the well before we bring it into domestic. And over here is all our air control system. So we have our humidity sensors, and we also have our temperature sensors, and this also controls all the air circulation systems. So this whole panel runs on pneumatics. So for those of you who know anything about nuclear events, what happens is that the EMT, the electromagnetic pulse, the electromagnetic pulse that comes off a nuclear bomb is actually more devastating than the blast itself, believe it or not. The EMP will essentially knock out all kinds of electronics, so you would lose anything that's modern today would just stop working. But this entire control panel runs on pneumatics, which is like an air sensory system. So it would just survive an EMP no problem. Even though the whole facility is double reinforced, it's a giant Faraday cage essentially within the infrastructure of all the concrete itself. But on top of that, they made sure that the controls, would be able to survive as well. At the same time, though, just to be fair, back in the 1950s, that's the technology of the day.
This is true. Yeah, that looks like an old sci-fi movie now, right?
It does. And but this is actually operational. We have it approximately 90% fully operational. So it does, control the systems for the bunker today. So that's an interesting spot.
Yeah, that's really cool. Jonathan.
I'm going to show you.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Let me just ask, temperature-wise, is it constant throughout the entire bunker, or can certain rooms be warmer or colder than others?
So there's thermostats all throughout the bunker, but generally speaking, it's relatively around. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. It's 21 degrees in here right now.
Oh,
in Celsius.
We Americans have no clue what you just said.
I know. I'm sorry. So I'm going to go into a room right now. This is the ventilation room.
Okay.
It has there's a lot of wind blowing, so I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to allow everybody to kind of see what's happening.
Okay.
I'll try and scream over it, but I doubt you'll hear anything. So let's see what happens.
Oh, wow. Let's see your hair move.
So, if I had any.
You do.
So, over here we have AC2. We have AC1 over here. There's 5 air circulators in this bunker. It's a continuous airflow system. Continuous airflow system is the Cadillacs of all airflow systems. It's also the most expensive, which is why most buildings today don't have them. We have AC3 over here. AC3 is specific to the cafeteria. It acted a little different than the other air circulators. It actually pushed air from the cafeteria into the washrooms, and the reason for that was so that when it came time for dinner, it would actually make people hungry of the smell of food, so that they would have that psychological cue to eat.
Wow,
right?
They really did think about that, didn't they?
So, yeah, of course, back in the 50s and 60s, that was all the rage about psychological cues and, having people controlled by, suggestion and all kinds of things like that, right?
Right, that's right. You're right.
So I'm at the end of the ventilation room. It's a little darker in this area. So I'm just going to step into the cafeteria from this section.
Okay.
Give it a second here.
So you're going to use that same technique in the future, right, when you start doing some cooking, or maybe you already do cooking? You're going to blow it into the other rooms?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Hey, you all get out of there. It's time to eat.
Yeah. Okay, so just coming in here.
Look at those doors, the thickness of them, and oh my gosh, how safe you must feel.
Yeah. So this door right here is one of the emergency exits. It's not really going to pass code today, but back then this was one of the 3 exits that are in the bunker. There's only 3 entryways in here, and this is one of them, and it goes topside. So if I open the door, you can see there's a circular stairs. I hope you can see that.
Yeah, can.
Yeah, so there's circular stairs that go to the lower level and to the and goes topside. So you'll be on the top of the bunker once you get out of this.
And you said you're 40 feet down, is that right?
That's right.
Wow.
So over here is the kitchen area. So the kitchen area was designed to cook for 350 people. That was the total capacity for this place. Trying to give you a little bit of pan there.
Yeah, can you point the camera down a little bit more? We're seeing that wonderful ceiling you got. There we go. Okay. That's okay. So, wow, that looks like a school. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is actually the cafeteria. So it's seated 115 people at the same time. We don't have any furniture in here right now. We're about to get some renovations done, so this is going to be all occupied in the next few months or so. And we're planning to have all kinds of events here. We're going to be having gaming. We're going to be having sporting events. We're going to be having seminars. All kinds of things are going to be happening in this space. So you're going to be seeing all that online all the time. Believe me.
Jonathon, that is so cool. I love it. You get this bunker. It's perfect for blockchain. It's perfect for offices. It's perfect for many, many, many things. But then you can play with it as well. You know, I was thinking of, you know, having a room where you had a small like wine room, you know, where you could store some room at the temperature you want. And you can also have an area where you could grow mushrooms, you know, because they also need a dark area and cool. So you could do so many neat things there. But having everybody there for gaming, and then you have the cooking facilities and even the bathroom facilities and everything, that's wonderful.
Yeah, this place has everything. I mean, it was designed so that people could live here for up to half a year.
Yeah,
right?
Goodbye. Goodbye. Good job.
This isn't really. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll ask you at another point. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So on the door, you see it says MIR.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the medical infirmary. Back in the day, this was the medical infirmary. Today, it is the staff lunchroom. So nothing really exciting about this. We have a conference room just off the edge here. And, a peek of some top secret stuff you shouldn't see.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Go back.
So
that's where it all happens. That's where it all happens. That's cool.
Yeah, but I can't be giving that out though.
I know.
Down the way here is where most of the offices are. So we have offices located here. Each of these rooms is roughly 200 square feet. So you have some idea. It goes for quite a ways.
Wow.
I'm not going to go down there because I don't want to disturb everybody. Everybody's busy programming right now.
They might want to say hey to Blue Rockers out there. They're going to go, hey, Connie, what's going on? We're watching him right now. Let me ask, how many square feet is this total?
64,000.
64,000. Okay, so how many people, for the most amount of people in there a day are working?
Well, right now we have approximately 30 people working here.
Wow, they got a playground, don't they?
Oh, yeah, there's lots of space.
I love it. I want that room over there as my office. No problem. I love it.
So I'm going to take you down to the lower level.
Okay.
This will be the last place I actually show, I think, on this tour.
Okay.
We also have an original... what do you call it again? Stretcher.
Oh, that's a stretcher. I see. Wow.
That's a stretcher from the 1950s.
Now, have you repainted it or anything, or is that just it? That's the paint's the same paint.
No, we've repainted this whole place.
Oh my gosh! How many gallons of paint was that?
You don't want to know. It was a lot.
If I
but
were
it was
buying
worth
I wouldn't want to know.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it though. So Right now our boiler's running, so it's really loud here.
Okay.
I'll try to talk over it, but I'm going to show you our engine room. This is where all the stuff happens. So right over here, that loud thing you hear, that's our boiler. So it's a 1.8 million BTU boiler. We've got two of them. One of them's out of commission right now. We've got original Merle generators right over here.
Wow.
So these are base load generators. They're designed so that once you turn them on, you just never turn them off. There's actually countries in Africa that have entire villages that are still running off of these same types of generators. They're some have as much as 300,000 hours on them. They just never stop. Oh, thank God that turned off. Okay, so so baseload generators, we don't have them hooked up right now. They're still in good working condition though. These are actually babies because they never really got used, right?
Yeah.
So here we have more of the engine room. We have another generator. This is a dormant generator. This was installed in the 80s. Back in the 80s, this bunker got an upgrade from Department of Defense and from NATO. And so back then, they installed a data node, which you probably heard about, that actually handled all the communications for North America. So it was a gateway for all communications. So you've heard of Cheyenne Mountain,
yeah,
right? And you other bunkers in the States. Well, when NATO was sending communications anywhere overseas, all those communications came to this location before it got transmitted. So
wow.
That's a little history of what this place was doing. So as you can see, wow. It's not exactly pristine at the moment because we're always busy working on things here. We're always fixing things and having to make it working again. So over here is the power panel.
Oh, it's the first time we've had you lock up. There you are. We just missed you. You locked up at that point. Can you say that again?
So this is the power panel.
Okay.
So this is where this basically controls all the power for each of these generators. I'm getting into a far area of the bunker where we don't have very much Wi-Fi. That's probably why I got locked up for a second. So that's pretty much it. I don't think I was going to show you too much more. That definitely didn't go over 64,000 square feet. But rest of it, once we have the space ready, we'll be showing more of it then.
That's excellent. So what are those areas that you're not showing?
So I haven't taken you to the node. I haven't taken you to the... Oh, more noise.
Wow. That's scary in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's the compressor. This whole place runs on pneumatics, right? So you have to have that air. Right. So compressors running all the time. But haven't shown you the recording studio. We have that. We're working on that right now because we're going to be launching a new show called Blockchain Bunker.
Excellent.
And I'll be on it, and we'll be talking about all things blockchain on that show. And it'll be broadcasting live from that studio here in the bunker. So you'll have a chance to be able to connect to the bunker that way.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Where's it going to air?
Not sure yet. We're still working on it.
Is it going to be like YouTube kind of thing? Is it internet, or is it going to be on there you go.
We're going to broadcast on YouTube and then have it available on other channels.
Okay.
And then we've got the node. We've got joint ops. We have where NORAD was located here. We've got damage assessment. That's where they played all the war games. We have a couple of other areas. There's one area I missed. So we also we're working on actually, that's about it. Oh, and there's also the Premier's quarters. We're redoing that into a gym.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah, so we'll have a gym for everybody in here to stay active. And there's a big meeting hall down the way, too, that used to be where RCMP was located. That's the Royal Canadian Police. And, there's also going to be an area where we're doing escape rooms. So the escape rooms are going to allow people to come in here. The great thing about it is that they're going to be able to go through an escape room. It's all going to be based on Cold War history. So in the process of trying to get out, they're really going to learn everything about Cold War history. So when they come out, they have working knowledge of the whole thing. It's not like a museum. You just go and look and don't really learn anything, right?
Right.
So after that, they should be able to come out, go to the cafeteria, be able to pick up an MRE, sit down and eat. And then MRE, I'm sure for your listeners, they know what that is. Meals ready to eat, right?
Oh, that's it. Thank you.
and yeah, just have an experience of being able to actually step into the history of this place. We've worked hard to step the line between preserving the history while at the same time updating it, because we've got programmers that are working here, working on blockchain all the time. Yeah. And a funny thing, actually, fun fact, this place was doing cryptography for 50 years, right? When all the communications were running through this place, they ran through cryptographic machines,
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're the only ones in the whole industry that can say we've been doing crypto for over 50 years.
I love it. That's excellent. What about now? Did you say the blockchain is there?
That's right.
Can we see that? Or is that off limits to see? I've never seen a blockchain.
Well, you're not going to be able to see it. No, sorry.
Oh, bummer. Is that like all top secret kind of stuff or what?
Yeah, it's just kind of hard to show actually in the video.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. I got to ask, right? So do you have like a little Scotty guy running around there that, fixes everything when it falls apart? Like a Scotty?
Yeah, we have a couple of those actually. Yeah.
Wow.
We have our Scotty sitting right beside me actually. His name is Justin.
Oh, hey, Justin. Justin Scotty.
He's right over here.
Standing
by.
Wow. Looks like you stay busy there, buddy. So, you know what? With all the guys that you have there and all the people that you're associated with and the things that you're doing, you could have a real cool room that's set up for total virtual reality, where people could run around and shoot or do whatever they do with the goggles on, and you could do all sorts of neat things with that. And I'm sure you already have plans of that.
Yeah, we just have someone who just started last week that is working on just those sort of things, having those types of events, coming up with creative ways that we can hold events here for those types of things, right?
I love it.
Yeah. Actually, he's been working on a 3D model to be able to do virtual reality in the bunker.
Excellent. Excellent. That's so fun. Well, is there anything else you want to say before we break off and let you go back to work?
Okay.
Okay, that's it? Okay.
This is the end of the tour, so I can't show you any more right now. Sorry.
No. Is there anything else you want to say before you go? You want to tell us an update on anything else that you've got going?
Just watch out for Bookie. It's coming out this quarter, and we're going to see some awesome stuff happening after that. And you're going to see it's going to be the first time you're going to be able to do sports betting on the blockchain worldwide, completely decentralized. So that's going to change the industry and change the world in that space like it's never been done before.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. Well, let us know if you got anything else that you want to do on Blue Rock Talk. We're here for you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Jonathan, take care. All right, Blue Rocker, I love it. He's got it.
Yeah. Oh, I did this way.
That's right, backwards, exactly. Otherwise it's Spock, and then you got Scotty down there, but yeah, it's this way and Justin. All right, take care, Jonathan. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Connie.
Thank you very much. Isn't that awesome to have Justin there and taking us through his tour of the bunker? That was really special. We appreciate that. Jonathon Baha'i, you guys at PeerPlays and eXeblock. Wonderful guy. The links are down below where you can also go and get some PPY. I think you'll be happy that you did. So, Jonathan, thank you once again. So tomorrow night we've got Fire in the Sky, Travis Walton. Friday is Bigfoot Friday, and that is going to be Parker Duvall along with Samantha Ellen Ritchie. That's 10 p.m. Eastern, both nights, Thursday night, Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Then Coast to Coast, March 24th. I want to see you there. And Stan's Bible lecture is going to be at 1 p.m. where you can ask your Q&A as well on Sunday, and that's going to be part 2. Please join me on Steam It. Please subscribe and like here if you haven't already. We would definitely appreciate that. And hey, I'll be seeing you soon here on Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. Thanks so much for being a part of the show, folks.